What you gonna try to do while I'm on here?
Wow.
Take me, can knock me off. Hey y'all, what's up? Instagram, Facebook, late night with your girl. I'm feeling better. Yeah, yes, nothing like old school remedies, nothing like prayer, healing power, and all that. I hope some of you guys, y'all been emailing and texting me that y'all been fighting the flu. Y'all know you got to really be um mindful. Just because things is not in the news, it does not mean this virus is not doing this thing. So y'all be careful up out there. I have been really, really drowning myself in old school remedies, including this brace that my mama done sent over here for my back. Hey Nikki. Hey Tori, Tori's Total Affair. That's funny that you on here. Drop your link because tonight I am going to be shouting out y'all businesses. That's what I'm going to do tonight. I don't care how busy people get, how life be lifing. I refuse to be a part of the population that slide through February without raising your big old mouth about history, the history we're making, and all the amazing things that you guys are doing. Y'all know I am a spreader of good news. It's enough people talking about the other stuff, not saying we shouldn't talk about it, but I know my life assignment is really to push people into this mindset that the thing you've been praying about, it God answer prayers. If y'all done had kids and got through labor and delivery the whole nine and all kinds of other stuff, y'all know he real, right? So I know that my life assignment is to really, really instill hope. And here go my little helper. To the point, this little fella who's tearing up some stuff. Okay, good. Good. So we're gonna be doing late night chats. It's Black History Month. I was reminiscing. I just left Burlington for a hot second, y'all. And I was in one of the little aisles, like literally intentional about what I needed to get right on out. And literally two guys just went in heavy and burglarized the place, like did a whole major theft and like ran out of emergency door. Like I couldn't believe how. What's wrong? You go bye bye. Nope, nope, no. The boy know how to use his tippy toes. Child, I have to come back. I had to come back, girl. He got a hold of this, and all the wax fell out. Kids be knowing how to use their little tippy toes. Anyway, girl, hey Facebook, it's late night chat. Some of y'all gonna get this replay tomorrow for my East Coast and Midwest people. Y'all know I told y'all I'm gonna really be out here promoting and just calling the thing what it is, which is I am so proud of so many of you guys doing some amazing stuff. And I know people are still a well kept secret. And I just feel like the more we just get up out here, especially in this digital space where you can literally be at home in your pajamas, really highlighting and shouting people out And anybody who know me, they know I shout you out because I believe in what you're doing. Not because we got the same skin color, the same last name, or whatever. I just believe in moving good information forward. In the many, many years that I served as a social worker and working with family units and ecosystems that were kind of compromised a lot of times, all I've seen mostly from what I can remember and what I experienced is when people don't have the right resources and tools and skill set, then they default to what they know, right? And so that is why I'm real big on sharing resources. I'm real big on sharing resources and really big on telling you to get in this the business of doing your due diligence. Um I was just, thinking about back in junior high when I was coming up, and KDAY was a radio station down in Los Angeles when I was coming up. And I remember staying up the wee hours trying to call in, right? I was trying to call in to win the Janet Jackson tickets. Her control video was filmed back in the day. And some of y'all back in the day, people remember Fame and Leroy and Debbie Allen. And so, I'm from that era. And I literally remember being up. Hey, sister, Janita Mangrum. I remember Fame. I remember Debbie Allen. And so what I'm saying is I was super committed. I knew I was gonna have to get up super, super early if I wanted to win these tickets to see Janet Jackson. Her control video, they must have changed her loafers 100 times. And I was right in the front. I was able to take about 4 people with the tickets that I did win. I did win. For some of y'all in LA, y'all remember KDAY. That was an AM station in LA. And y'all know back in the day, we had them dial phones and, it wasn't all of the speed dialing and two-way and three. It's just funny because it just seemed like yesterday we graduated high school and here I am having a back of the day moment. But I'm just saying to you, when you committed to doing something, you get up early. When you committed to doing something, you keep calling, right? You keep doing that thing. And so as I'm standing before you in 2023, as a 50-year-old woman, and being able to, looking forward to seeing this same woman that's in our age group bust out a concert this year, and your girl, if the Lord say the same, gonna be kicking it with her. That's history. Like that's history on many levels. One, for some of y'all that's out there and you giving up and you try something, you stop, you try, you stop, you try, you stop. Y'all need to know that your the history that you've been through, the history that you participate in, you don't get a free pass to like stop and do something else. You got to be able to weather this thing. Because I know that if any of y'all for my project people, where my project people at, you was raising the projects or like the project, apartments was like the project, where do y'all think entrepreneurship came from? It came, we're going to talk about Black history. We got to keep it real funky and foul. We have been rooted in creating something out of nothing ever since we stepped on up out here, right? What my family came out of, we was in the Jerry curl industry, right? World of Curls curl activator, straight out of Compton, right? Business was popping, and I was young. So when mama and them when they worked at the plant, and you guys know about, some of you guys are in like the product industry. I don't really know too much like y'all do, but you can't really massively ship products if it's stamped like crooked or if there's a defect. So those defect items will end up are at our house. Lacking resources promotes creativity. Girl, come on. How many people you seen, and including the young lady I met tonight in Marshalls? She said that she got into Pinterest and being creative since COVID. So many people tapped into their creative being since COVID. There's so many people I know that got into art. So many people didn't know that they can do hair. Some of you guys, you was forced to, have to teach your kids on Zoom and never knew that you knew how to do certain things. And the whole thing about it, some of y'all gonna take that experience and really kill the game in what you just revealed through this experience. That means you've been paying attention. For some of you guys that kind of go back to normal, well, I'm gonna go back to having people spoon feed me and wait till they get up and give me this and wait till they get up and give me that. Your lesson gonna be your lesson. I don't know if y'all peep game, but y'all need to understand there's more Black female millionaires since COVID. Sis said lack of resources promotes creativity. In other words, when we was coming up, we didn't have 10,000 options. This is what you got to do. You got to do it, and you got to do it well. If you miss the bus, you miss the bus. You better get to walking. Nowadays, people calling off sick because their car ain't working. I told mine, even all the generation kids I have, y'all know, we done made it easier for them. We done jacked them all up. Y'all, we could be responsible about it, right? We was well-intended. But even my oldest versus my younger ones, the younger ones used to like Uber and Lyft. The older ones was used to the city bus. Some of my friends was like, well, Tasha, it's too dangerous. I'm like, the same guy that covered me as a social worker for 25 years with no gun on the job. Look at him trying to run. He's trying to run from his mama. So he running. He know, and he gonna pull my wig off and my hat off and my pajamas. The power of running. But what I'm trying to tell you is be consistent, because we was rooted. We had, let's go down the memory lane. Let's go down the memory lane. In our neighborhood, we had the pill lady, we had the lingerie man, we had the wash machine man, we had the person that pressed people's hair. And we ain't talking about like that went to school to get the cosmetology and all of that. They was just doing what they knew to do. And somebody would teach the next one, because one couldn't do it no more. You always knew. Mama been braiding hair for... Go. No. Look at him. Why you running? He really running. Let me try to get so he won't try to get by this candle. He called himself running. He's so cute. Look at him. And he moved quick. You know what? And I'm gonna just say this on Black History Late Night Chats. Even just experiencing my grandson who just turned 1. And you know how it is. You have kids long time ago, in between ago, and you kind of forget. So everything that I'm experiencing with him as a 50-year-old, I'm really like leaning into it. Like I feel like I'm living like a fresh start, if you will. So watching this kid that's 1 year old that really is very, very curious. And this is what I'm telling you guys that's on this journey. The 50-year-old, the 50+ squad, stand up, because we are the ones that is responsible to get up and do that thing we're supposed to be doing. We're contributing to their history as they see it. And I'm really, really grieved if we're going to give them the version of we've been laid up depressed for 20, 30 years, ain't got up. When we got a time now, any problem to your issue is a click away. Don't have a phone, government phones, whether you agree with it or not. Don't have a car, you got all different types of transportation modes that you can do, right? And so what I'm telling you is watching this 1 year old get up and fall, get up and fall, get up and fall, get up and fall, learning how to walk. But he knew the power of being consistent. Right now, we're going through a phase now that he knows that he can be more independent with walking. Now you see him running right now. Now you see him trying to, earlier he was getting on his tippy toes. We didn't even know that he knew that his toes can do all of that. Right? And so what you can learn from that, because it's never too late. We still living, right? We still living. So every day you wake your amazing head up, you can really discover some stuff. And what I'm telling you, that I'm guarded as I am with this 1 year old, because I don't want him to be polluted with world issues and views to make him believe that he have to conform some kind of way. Some of you guys, you need to go back to the pure basics. When you had confidence, you was courageous, right? Some of y'all went to school, dropped out like I did, went back and wasn't really tripping. You like, look, the schoolwork was too heavy at the time. Life was life, and you and your man was tripping. The kids was going. You dropped out. But at some point, you got back up and you went and you finished. So what you're going through right now is no different than what you went through before. If we're going to talk about Black History late nights, I'm finna give some of y'all y'all going to get a pen because I'm finna give y'all some ways because some of y'all, and I'm going to just be honest. This is why it's important for us to talk because a lot of us was raised different. And when we get to talking and exchanging resources, you get to learning stuff. Like for me, I didn't know that people just don't network, right? People just don't like literally. I'm talking to people every day, whether I'm on the phone or taking care of some business or, just sitting here, relaxing or cooking or whatever. I just naturally, and most social workers that I work with, we naturally connect with people for the most part. And some of you guys are out there and you just don't understand the power of networking, the power of leaning into someone else that knows something. When we went through these examples of how some of us was raised up in the hood and where entrepreneurship was birthed from, a lot of y'all starting to have flashbacks. You like, yeah, that's right. We had a long way to go to a store. So, we started doing candy houses. Okay, somebody in the neighborhood loved to watch. Somebody in the neighborhood loved to watch kids. They opened up their own daycare. They didn't have all these licensing requirements. Walter, the washing machine man, I can picture his face right now with his 3D glasses. That man couldn't see. But when he had that flashlight, he would come fix that washing machine. Because back when we was raised, we didn't just throw things away when it didn't work. Somebody actually had a skill set where they can fix that thing. I literally have an old school washer and dryer right now, like old school. And when I moved over here, they was like, oh, you can get you a Sears or get you a Best Buy washer, front loader, the whole nine, get a candy apple red or gray or black. I don't want none of that. It's cute. But some of my friends, they tell me, they say, Tasha, your washer and dryer, especially my dryer, I don't have to even use it that long because it fires it up quick. And so if you lean into like what's trending and don't hold on to some of the values that we had coming up, including these cars over here we was fighting to get the check. He really trying to run. And so mine, the other one, the other one is supposed to be all of the bells and whistles, baby. It's giving us the blues. Tyrone and them worked on cars. Girl, wait. Y'all got to help me get to that 1,000 over there in TikTok. Baby, when I get in the thousands over there in TikTok, I can go live. I'm at 700 last time we checked. Oh, baby, because I'm going to be over there because they allow us to do music over there at TikTok for right now. But we be on TikTok, sis, talking about that Tyrone and them fixed on the cars. And that brings me to another thing. We just talking. Okay, so my car keys got, whatever. They was in the car. They got locked in the car the other day, whatever. When people do business, whether it's family or friends, and y'all know, y'all been living long enough to hear this. Oh, don't nobody support me, right? Y'all got to tell the whole truth. We call people. People don't, and it's funny to me because people assume that you want a discount because you're a relative. I'm the type, if I call you, I'm trying to patronize your business and really do business with you. And you want to take your time because you assuming somebody want a discount. That's a you thing. That's not a me thing. I ended up calling somebody, because the AAA, we done ran out. I ended up calling somebody. They got here in 20, 30 minutes, did their thing and make that quick $65. So I'm telling you guys as we talking about Black history and how you don't get to sit on the gift that God gave you and water it down and then call yourself a part of Black history. We a part of Black history, whether we getting up moving forward or not. Every last person I know in my age group, I'm like, are y'all writing an ebook or some type of book? I don't care. It don't have to be fancy, but are you jotting down to some level what was your experience during the pandemic? Or are you going to wait till your seeds, whether they born or yet unborn, read the next person's history book? And this is why I'm telling you guys, really get really serious about the contributions that you and I are responsible for when it comes to history making. Let me give y'all some tips on what y'all need to do with the kids and such, because we here to help one another. Each one teach one for real. Sis said each one teach one, right? And we need to find out who's on this side of I'm the guide or am I the ride? I'm the guide or am I the ride? I'm going to say that again. Am I the guide or am I the ride? Some of y'all been riding too long. And it's time for you to guide. I always tell people, you know, I'm like, they like, well, they don't have this and they don't have that and people don't have this. I said a leader solves problems. A leader solves problems. And you can't tell me leaders is just born. Leaders can be developed and created. This is why I'm finna get on some of y'all waiting on your kids and grandkids, waiting until they get a work permit so they can go work for somebody. I always tell you, don't fight the hand that feeds you. But y'all know I've been very upfront about my journey. Countless other people, y'all done seen Google, Twitter, and all of these Fortune 500 companies laying people off. But you just gonna listen to it and be like, oh, that don't apply to me. And like the old folks say, keep living. I am telling you, God is my witness. I had to do some scary things. I had to do some scary things. You had to do some scary things. I knew working in the correctional system where that is a billion-dollar industry where people getting paid mad money to reoppress those that are in there, and the big criminals is the wardens. So it's some journeys you got to take to get a sneak peek of it, right? And as God start revealing to you, I needed to see that for myself, not read it on the local news, how they pad it up. I had to be up in there to hear it for myself. Now you're going to sit there and write out your gift based on how a system that's crooked is setting it up. You need to peep game. You need to be in some of the meetings. Some of y'all won't even apply to like go up the ladder in your company because it's too political. Baby, you clocking into politics. You're clocking into it already. Why won't you apply for the job? Ain't nobody worried about what the next person thinks. You need to be in that position. You need to be in that room. I'm talking to people that's on that 9 to 5. Don't be ashamed of that. That's feeding you right now. You thank God for it. It's paying your bills, whether you're putting something on it. It don't matter. It's sustaining you and your family. You're not out here in this cold weather. Don't let anybody make you believe because you work in a 9 to 5 that somehow you inadequate. But you wise enough to know to build something on the side. And whatever you building on the side, it doesn't have to be anything all, over the top, because you want to build something that you can sustain. This is why you see people starting business, starting and stopping, because they're trying to do a whole lot at one time. And when you, and a lot of you social workers on here on Instagram, y'all know we are service-based first, and the money will come. All of these thirsty people out here, they capitalizing on the vulnerability of the people. Their accountability is going to be with God. You stay focused serving like you've been serving. I'm just telling you to serve higher, not harder. Meaning the same clients you're talking to, some of y'all work writing court reports. Some of you guys are in leadership, right? You a career coach, right? You a person who, got through all kinds of surgeries. You done got through being the first in the family on some levels. Some of you women know how to fix on cars, and you holding that skill set in history books. They ain't never made it to the history books because you assuming like I did. Well, everybody know how to do that because that's how you was raised. Everybody have their different way. Even in the same family, your sister and brother, their perception and their journey is different from yours, and that's fine. And this is why I'm telling you, do not get caught up in buying people gifts anymore on that level when you can avoid it. Give them the gift of your wisdom and your knowledge, that they can take that wisdom and knowledge and hit the block, spin the block with it, as they say. Some of you guys that's going to be blessed with some taxes. You finna file taxes, head of household, married, not single. It's complicated. You finna get some bells and whistles or whatever it is you're going to get. You need to take some of that money and flip it. Let me give you a few tips on what you can do. You guys can get, okay, so for some of you guys that got little kids, I just believe in sweat equity. That is the nonprofit I put together in college called SPOT. It's still active on the books in the state of California. Sharing Positive Opportunity with Teens, SPOT. It's an entrepreneur, a youth entrepreneurship program that I was doing in college. I seen my kids struggle, waiting on the work permit, couldn't get a job, competing with older people to get a McDonald's job as they were going through junior high, elementary, all the way up. They wanted to work, right? Mine was probably one of the few that didn't have cell phones when young people started getting cell phones, because I just didn't believe in creating a bill to put a device in their hand to be distracted. My views as a grandmother has changed since all the violence been going on in schools, and these babies having to call 911. So my views has changed as life has changed. So what I'm saying to you, when I put that the Easter break, I'm thinking about what's coming up. Spring break coming up, Easter break. You got Thanksgiving. You got what else? You got what else we have? We have Christmas break, right? And the kids, y'all know when they home from school, baby, they eating up everything. So your bills going up, your utilities going up. And so you need to require them, because we're still in the lane of Black history. You need to require them and nothing less to get up, go rake some people grass. They know how to clean people or whatever they're good at. Don't matter if they're not good at. Some things they can learn. So what I'm telling some of y'all to get the taxes, go to the Dollar Tree. You get, depending on how many kids, nieces, and nephews, y'all need to have wealth meetings right now. A lot of generations are starting to be up under one roof. There is no reason. I got a chalkboard on my wall over here, mapping out who paying what for what room, who finna do what, right? This is Big Mama. This wisdom. See, some people in our age group, y'all still working hard and not hired. We in the season of mass delegation. We're in the season of mass delegation. And you want it done your way, the right way. You want it done when you want it, how you want it, yet you want a husband. Remember, you're going to marry somebody's son. And somebody's son wasn't raised for you to bully and push them around. Somebody out there, many people out there, is raising a king, raising a leader. So when he get with a woman that's going to undergird and they come as a team, you and all what you want right now ain't going to work. This is why some of y'all burnt out. It take them a little bit longer to get stuff handled, but we get it done. So we get this. We have wealth meetings down to Pretty Girls Pray, my 2 grandbabies. What is the issue y'all see right now in the schools? Think about it as a parent. What do they do not, what is missing in that equation? Y'all got to tap into your creative juices. God gave you them creative juices for a reason. What do you not see? And you going down to the school board, to the school district, you on Facebook hollering and screaming and kicking about it. You on happy hour, sad hour talking about it. In your mind, you can't go create what the missing gap is. I already got some stuff spinning in my head. I'm already declaring this little one to never touch a public school. So therefore, I have to get up, because we need a Jones Academy or something, or locking arms with somebody doing something, right? And so what you do is you have a wealth meeting. You have the little people. I don't care if they this baby age. You do not skip over them, because you're teaching them leadership. You're teaching them the power of communication in the home, whether y'all all at the same address or not. Third Sunday of the month after church, we have a wealth meeting. I didn't say financial wealth only. Spiritual wealth, check in. How is your mental wealth? Mass delegation. Go ahead on. You are a prophet, the ride of God. Yeah, are you the guide or the ride? I'm talking to my guides right here. I'm talking to my guides. A guide is the Harriet Tubmans. But just like we have a whole list of our babies and our brothers and sisters across this country being lynched right now, to the point people just Sandra Bland, George Floyd, Rodney King, and they going down the list, right? Boom, boom, boom. Tyreek Nichols, and going down the list. To the point I seen that they finna convict, I think tomorrow, the white boy that killed all them people in the grocery store. He gets sentenced tomorrow. And I seen the witness impact statements today. I had to turn it off. Right? So just as we can like boom, 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 list all of the lynchings, that's horrible and horrific. We need to be able to list down the list too. We still saying Harriet Tubman. We ain't gonna never stop saying her name. But where's my guide people at? Because we need them to offset this over here. Everybody have a role in contributing to this thing called Black history, which is American history, which is world history, right? And so if I can say, ooh, Victoria Banks, Latasha Jones, Deborah Hardiman, Teresa Williams, Latrivia Sanders, and go down the list. Y'all looking at names that's big in media. Go down the list in your family. Who is those modern day Harriet Tubmans? Mass delegation. You don't get to vote on this. This is what I'm expecting for you to do. You're going to take some of them income taxes. Before they even come, you got a notebook on the note paper. Two of the little booger bears, they over here in aisle 5 at the Dollar Tree, getting the chemicals, the gloves, and all they need to do to detail people cars. Then you got some cleaning out people garages. You got some, what else can they do? Doing people grass. So when they come back, oh, I want the iPhone, whatever. Oh, you can do all things through Christ, bro, sis. Because you finna get up here and put in some sweat equity and break it down to them and affirm the leader in them. And part of mass delegation, let me just gel the edges on here. Part of mass delegation doesn't mean it's all dictatorship. When they ask you questions, because sometimes we can be so much of a dictator than people don't think. The little people, older people, you marry somebody, can't think, then you frustrated. It's okay for you to say, well, I don't know. What do you think about that? Who do you think with this blueprint, the Harriet Tubman, the Banks blueprint, who do you think would be good to be the leader of that? Right? So going back to my childhood, when we would get those defective curl activators that they couldn't really sell and put in mass distribution, they go into this reject box. Me and one of my brothers was the only one that said we would go while people playing cars, dominoes, spades, fish fries, doing the electrics, whatever the dance was back then, the cabbage patch. While they in the community playing cards at all of the different apartments in the projects, we the one that took those defective curl activator tools and sold them at a cheap price because we knew the curl activator was still good. It was just the printing on it. And they like them kids, right? And then as your siblings or different cousins start seeing that you getting up, you getting out of school early, throwing on your work t-shirt and your tennis shoes, and you hitting up Miss Gladys in them door, you know what time they gonna play cards and stuff, and you over here like, and here they go, here come that little chunky loudmouth girl. Yeah, give me about 4 tubes of them, sis, right? And we put all the money in the bag, and this is what we would do. The get along people, when we're talking about are you the guide or are you the ride people after the fact will want in on it. Mama didn't let them get in on it because when she put the opportunity and the offer up front, the question is, how bad do you want it? And can you see beyond what you have in front of you? And I need to tell some of y'all, ain't no reason. Like sis said, a lack of resources breeds creativity. So when you sitting up here, you believe you want to buy a home, and the home you want is your dream home up front. You never thought in a million years that you can pay, that you would be paying $2,000 a month sometimes right now during this inflation. You never knew. Y'all got to know. Y'all know how, come here. Y'all know how we are. And I've been on a journey. I already know. You can't tell me that I ain't lying. I mean that I'm not telling the truth. Y'all know sometimes we be forced. We be having money and don't know that it's there until you force. I.e., your car go to tripping for the 100th time and you done putting money into the car. You done told yourself, I done told myself down through the years, I cannot afford a car payment and insurance right now. But when that car is on its last leg and it's totally gone, what happens? You figure out in your budget, because the value of me getting a car to get to my job, I'm commuting, I gotta have a car. And isn't it funny? You find the money because it's been there the whole time. And that's the same thing with you guys that said, I never thought that I would even be able to afford a house payment. But since the inflation doing its thing, and a lot of the young people, they coming out trying to, find their way. And they're greeted with these heavy, heavy, heavy rents, right? They thinking on their feet. The ride people is having a hard time. The guide people need to be out here coaching their butt off. The guide person is asleep on the opportunity to capture these individuals. And they're not all young. It's just the human experience is what it is. I never knew about stocks on that level. I didn't get to experience what my grandfather knew. And I learned more about him when he passed, when he left me over his estate. And I'm like, I wish I was raised around him, up under him. And I'm telling you the power of his seed, because not even knowing much about him until he passed, I'm like, this man was brilliant, right? And so if you are a guide person and not the ride person, why you not out here life coaching? Because the ride people, many, 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 many of them, they want to be guided. They just feel like this is all they have. So if you're going to be participating, which you are, whether you want to or not, in this thing called Black history and life history and American history and world history, you don't get to just sit there and guide on cruise control when you have the answer within your intellectual property to guide those who's been riding too long. And the reason why a lot of people are not feeling satisfied, whether you got the house, the car garage, the man, the kids, the 2.4 dogs or whatever, is because you're not doing that thing that make your heart smile. It's called purpose. It's called I'm contributing in a way that tickles my fancy. I'm contributing in a way that puts a jingle in my bell, whether or not it's December, right? And this is where you see the gutter people, they capitalize and they got some amazing marketing, speaking to that person late night, right? You being the guy that you are, you peep game when it's in people's face. Come out of hiding. Quit being the one that's working 2.5 jobs and then letting the other ones. I run a hard envelope over here. I don't care. I'm not here trying to be. I always tell mine, I'm like, at the end of the day, when me and your daddy cross over, or it don't even have to be that. If I move to Timbuktu, one thing I'm going to say on record, you're going to know how to think and move your feet and chew gum at the same time. You're going to have to know how to think so you can make some decisions, right? And if you screw up, that's life. We're not over here keeping scores and points. I'm telling you, I can support you when you think. I'm 50. You're not going to wear me out with my thoughts. What do you think about this? You don't like that job? Well, great. I'm glad you experienced it so you will know that's not it. And so when you guys are, like I said, I've taken some lifestyle assistance and people done wrote them off and, oh, they just crackheads and meth heads and they this or that. Oh, baby, they clean down to the ground. Very smart. One of them good with computers. Life just be lifing. You ain't no better. You a workaholic and they a meth head. Call a spade a spade. And so we get these ladies together. I said, check this out. You are not what you're going through. We're going to take that skill set. We're going to package it up and you finna get busy. Go in Canva, make you a little flyer. For some of y'all out there that's getting on here late, get them babies at that table having wealth meetings. For the month of February, I'm doing Black family wealth and health. That's my contribution because I'm going hard and heavy this month for my Black people. Amen, Sister Victoria Total Fair. Let me give her a plug real quick. Victoria is another example of a guide, a leader who's been social working for years. She also do extraordinary events. I'm finna plug a lot of you guys. How much juice I got? Some of you guys that's just stepping out of your way and just doing it anyhow. So I want you to follow Toria's Total Affair. Toria's Total Affair. This is an individual who has a whole family, married, has a handsome son, and is a professional social worker in leadership. And yet she see, I have to use my gift. She can decorate her butt off. She create experiences for you guys. You might say, well, I don't live in Fresno. Do you know that you can get on a Zoom call with her? Do you know that not only do she decorate and bring the experience to your event or your venue, but she can help you design and craft your apartment right now? Do you know that there's a direct correlation between how you live and where you rest your head and making your oasis out of your trailer? If you're a roommate, your mood and depression and anxiety goes down. Your depression is improved when your environment is a little bit decluttered. I'm not saying that you're going to fix and deep clean the whole house today. You can get a lifestyle assistant when you get that overtime check and have them help you get that together. I'm telling you, you can get on the Zoom link with her and show your camera and say, you know what, this right here is just giving me stress. I'm finna take y'all over here where I went to Burlington and experienced a whole theft, like right before my eyes, and show you a cart that I bought tonight. And just to put some things in. And I'm gonna show you how I'm feeling so creative already because I've taken some stuff out of my home office. I put it downstairs. I did that when our AC went out and it was too hot up there. So I brought a small part of the office right here, and literally just buying a crate tonight, you guys are going to see it and be like, woo. But my goal tomorrow is to kind of go through some things and shred some things. And, you know, it's tax time. You got to get all your things out. But I'm just telling you, my mood is so much better just by buying this crate. Got a file cabinet, but just having a crate where I can put those things in there and tell myself, Tasha, you're going to work on clearing this stuff out. So you can literally get her and you can really get your services with her. But some of you guys on here that really make it very difficult because you're not around people that really breed your creativity. I'm going to tell you, there's so many people that you can look on the event online on Facebook. And if it's something that interests you, the same thing I did with my sister when she moved out of state, she didn't really know anybody. I went on Meetup for her. And whatever interest she was into, whether it was dancing, art, at-home Bible studies, whatever it was, we was able to just go in there. I said, look, sis, people don't survive without community. We need each other. So Meetup is an app that really allow people to put up something. Hey, we're meeting up over here at the coffee shop. If people into, reading books, meet up on the third Thursday of the month, right? Looking to meet up with people who went through a divorce. They're meeting up. And so if you're going through something right now and you're going through it by yourself and you're not really willing to peek out a little bit, hit me up on the DMs. I will really push you to do that. But it's power in using what you are really good at right now, especially right now, because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good to be doing something you enjoy. You do not get to lean back and sit up, suck your thumb in Black History Month, and sit up and complain and drag people down as your contribution to this thing called Black history. That's disrespectful. It's not right, and I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate it on my watch. You over there trying to do all the different tasks for everybody at home and in the family. Who told you you was in charge of all that? These babies need leadership. They need you to sit back and give them a roadmap of, okay, this is what you need to do. If that don't work, we're going to pivot, we're going to change, and we're going to do this. If y'all 50 and older, y'all should be into mass delegation. Mass delegation. Literally, I don't know how your stuff set up. I ain't going to even speak on it, but there's some things that you don't have to do anymore. But if you set yourself up to keep doing it out of obligation, I need you to hit the link in my bio, because Black History Month, I am really focusing on the Black family unit. I'm not telling you all my stuff over here perfect and polished. That's not what I'm conveying. I'm telling you there's power in clicking links, getting on the phone with someone that can guide you and push you in the direction you need to go, based on my experience, based on what I know to be true, based on proven methods and ways of coping with different things as a social worker, as a mother, as a grandmother, right? And I will tell you right now, there's nothing that I cannot pull out of people. That is my gift, and I thank God for it. You can give me 10,000 things that you're not good at, and I'm gonna break it down for you. And every time I'm experiencing people, they are so amazed. The difference between you and the next person is maybe you don't have somebody that's just gonna really pull it out of you and hold you accountable for showing up for yourself. I'm gonna go over here and show y'all. But follow Total. What is that? Janita Mangrum. I would love to hear about what you're over there doing on Instagram. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going over here to show y'all. Coco Turner. What happened? Bubble gum. Bubble gum. This is Miss Rachel. This boy. What happened? Hey, she found Miss Rachel on you said TikTok? Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Okay. Okay, I'm finna show y'all. I'm sorry, Instagram. I'm trying to move over here. That oven off. Okay, I'm finna show you. Rachel, oh, you want to get out?
I'm gonna start this at your head.
You all on my video. Okay. Yo, who?
It's right here.
Oh. All right, y'all. I was finna show y'all before I get off of here.
Yes.
Don't scream on my video. Okay, so I got this.
Oh my God, why I can't reach nothing?
What you looking for?
First grade.
What are you looking for?
Girl.
Your phone? Oh. All right. So I bought. Ooh. Uh-oh. It's finna die. If you in Fresno, go to bit.ly/selflove25. I'm gonna give you guys some more tips. My computer is about to die, but I'll come back and charge it, and then I'm gonna show you. This is the little cart that I bought, and I'll be working on some of this tomorrow. Don't ever mind Junior, cause so you see this? Even with all of this stuff sitting on the desk, it can be pretty stressful visually seeing that. But just getting that small cart, that really can tap down some anxiety and stress. So work on decluttering your environment and work on the space that you are in right now, like where you sleep. And then meet me on the 25th. I'll put the link in here because my phone is about to die. All right. And that way, when we're in that space, you might want to get a VIP ticket where I really go in hard and heavy on what you can be focused on right now, because I have so much to share with you guys. Depending on how my schedule goes tomorrow, I'll come in here and just really do bullet points. Make sure you're on my email list. Go to talktotasha.com. You can join my email list. It's absolutely free. You know, I love giving out free stuff. But get on my email list so you can so you can catch all of the different things that I'll be doing. Your girl gonna be a birthday girl again next month. So being on my email list, you get the VIP for the amazing birthday things that I'm planning on doing if the Lord say the same. All right, I gotta go. This is gonna die, but never will I say goodbye. This late night chats. Remember to get up, be the guide and not the ride. Be the guide and not the ride. You are the guide and not the ride. You've been riding too long. It is time for you to rise up, guide people out, and